All right, now that our map is locked, layers locked, map canvas unchecked, let's go ahead and lock our map and our items here so we don't accidentally move it around. And we're going to go back over to our QGIS window. I'm going to uncheck dome bound, dome trees, and I'm even going to turn Esri satellite off, just so we've got nothing going on there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in, we should now have state shoreline and New York State major lakes, these two layers. I'm going to bring those in down here. Now, what I'd like to do is this state shoreline, I've downloaded this from the New York State GIS Clearinghouse. We'll get to know that well in the next few weeks, and major lakes from the same. If I right click on state shoreline, I'm going to right click on that and I'm going to click zoom to layer. Now we'll see a map of New York State, pretty iconic shape outlined here, and major lakes in New York State. I'd like for us to create a super simple New York State inset map. And in this, let's go to layer styling. So I clicked on state shoreline. I would like to have white fill. So I'm going to bring up to the white side of the triangle. And I'm going to make this a little bigger. And I'll keep sort of a black outline color. I think that looks pretty good. That'll work for us. Now I'm going to go up to major lakes. I'm going to click on simple fill again so I can look at the fill color and the stroke. And I'm going to come over and I'm going to pick kind of a, like maybe sort of grayish blue somewhere, something like that. Kind of looks like water. And what I'm going to do here, just to keep the lakes kind of simple, is I'm going to select transparent stroke. See what that does on our map? It keeps the emphasis here on the outline of New York State. And you can still see the lakes, but they're not sort of like out there and in your face. We've got Lake George right over here on this side. So I'm going to save now, which I like to do regularly anyways. And now that I've got our map set to this extent, we're actually ready now to go back over to our layout from before. So with our map locked, we are going to select the add a new map to the layout button again. So I'm going to click on this, and now I can draw a second map on this document. And that second map is going to reflect whatever is on my QGIS project page. So if I come in and draw this, look at that, we've got a map of New York State. Now I think I'm gonna move my scale bar over to this corner so it doesn't get confused with New York State, so that the scale bar is still associated with the island here. Let's move New York State down a little bit. We can make it a little bigger. Now, I really don't like that white boxy background. I just want to kind of have a floating New York State here. So with this selected, I'm going to go to Item Properties. I'm going to go down, and chances are anything you want to do with a map is available here. And you can see that background is checked. If I uncheck background, nice. Now I've just got sort of this floating New York State. Make that a little bit bigger. And then once I get that sort of in a place that I like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to uncheck Draw Map Canvas, lock layers, lock styles for layers, so that this map is now locked as well. I'm also going to come up to Map 2, and I'm going to lock that so I can't move it anymore. All right, now I'm going to save, always save, and in our next video, we'll do a little bit of labeling, adding some polygons to this map here before we go ahead and add a legend in the following video.